Capricorn, September should be a pretty good month for you, depending on your personal transits. It certainly will be powerful. The new moon in Virgo on September 5th is, so we're in this earth energy. September starts with all this Virgo earth energy, or an earth sign. That's a harmonious aspect. And the new moon on September 5th is emphasizing taking a look at what you believe, what you want to learn, and what can you learn that will help you in the goals, dreams, aspirations, what you want in your life. Now, this new moon is connected with Chiron, and Chiron is in a part of your world that has to do with the little things to know that are useful in day-to-day world. So you can become aware that, well, if I knew how to do this, then I would be able to do that. And it also can emphasize you perhaps being aware of where you may feel that perhaps a little bit held back in something because you do not have some of the smaller little trainings. And this can be simple things like a certificate for such and such that has to do with something you want to do or something you want to accomplish. And that awareness can help propel you to, well, maybe it's time for me to take this class, go to this, and learn, kind of move myself forward in my education. Now, the intense week of September is the week of the full moon. On September 18th, Venus will conjoin Saturn. So there's a conjunction between Venus and Saturn. That happens every year. But what's unusual about this year is the North Node is in Scorpio. Saturn's in Scorpio and Venus, they'll all be together. And it's pulling you personally, for you Capricorn, there's a pull towards meeting people and being able to be, a little bit restrictive, because Saturn has to do with being serious, having boundaries. Who is good for me to be with? Let me put some rules and boundaries around the time that I spend with other people, especially as it has to do with any types of groups or organizations. If you are involved in a lot of different groups or organizations, or even friends saying, oh, let's go do this, do you have enough time to do everything? It's also suggesting that this can be very good. This can be an incredibly important week where you meet people you will stay with, or you could be with for the future, for bringing you towards a new connections with new people. It also can represent for you that you could meet somebody through a friend that turns into a romantic relationship. If that's what you're looking for in life, this can be a good week, but it will be intense. And it's important for you to know exactly what you want and exactly what you don't want to a certain degree, as Saturn is there. The full moon in Pisces on the 19th is bringing that awareness between knowledge and information even more so. And also, anywhere where you feel, part of this is about communication. And if you felt that the way you communicate, not everybody gets, that you've kind of feel left behind because people don't get who you are, you can't really communicate how you feel or what you're thinking in a way that other people get. This is that awareness of where in life, perhaps, how you haven't expressed yourself exactly in a way that somebody else could get it. Not like there's anything wrong with the way you express yourself, but the cost of the way you express yourself. It's like, well, they could just never get how I really felt, and they took it the wrong way. So that awareness, that illumination can come during this full moon. And this particular full moon is extremely intense because Pluto is stationed direct, and Pluto's in your sign, and Pluto goes direct on the 20th, Friday the 20th. Pluto's going direct in your sign, and that represents things really starting to move again forward for you, and whatever transformation or changes that you've been thinking about doing, you will start to see it happening. The sun enters Libra on the 22nd, 4:44 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And this marks the beginning of the Libra cycle for you, of focusing on your career, what you want for yourself in your career, what's important for you. Just not just job or career, but your life. Think of your life. What do I want in my life? So ideas and thoughts that way come to pass. The month completes on the 28th of September. We have a Venus square Mars energy. That's a Saturday. And traditionally, Venus square Mars is this arguments in relationships, or kind of like this bickering in relationships. For you, it shows that it could manifest. It could be in romantic relationships, but any type of partnerships or even friendships where you feel where perhaps something isn't in balance, and you may feel that they're either taking advantage of you. Is this fair? Do we split the check? Do we not split the check? Do they show up when they say they're going to show up on time? That type of a thing. And how it's resolved is through Libra. How it will be resolved will be through Libra. As the sun is in Libra, it's more reason than that. Venus is in Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Mars. Mars and Venus are square. Mars is in Leo. Leo's ruled by the sun. And we're in the Libra cycle. And Libra and Mercury is in Libra. So communication through what is fair, what is balanced, being able to see the other person's side of where they're coming from. You don't have to agree with it, but being able to see their side, and through communication. That is completion. So if anything comes up with arguments in relationships, fairness in communication, understanding the other person's side will bring resolution and peace back into the relationship.